Have you ever wondered why we get a sixth sense about some people the moment we meet them? Or how can someone's appearance affect our perception of them? What makes us like somebody or dislike them instantly? Have you ever thought that knowing their star sign can influence whether you like them or not? Well, it turns out that there are psychological explanations for these phenomena. Welcome back to our channel. Here you will find the most amazing and informative content on psychology, so make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to get updated on our latest videos. In today's video, we are going to discuss the psychology of first impressions and explore why it matters. Have you ever heard of the term love at first sight? Although this may sound like a fairy tale, there is a bit of truth to it. Research shows that first impressions do matter and can have a huge impact on how our relationships develop. In fact, we usually form an opinion about someone in just 30 seconds of meeting them. And first impressions are more important than we think. It takes about 30 to 60 minutes for us to overcome our first impression of someone, according to research. Therefore, first impressions are crucial and can be very difficult to change. So what exactly is a first impression? A first impression is the initial feeling or opinion we have about someone or something based on the limited information we have at that time. These opinions are often based on people's appearances, behaviors, and other personal traits. But have you ever wondered how these impressions are formed? How do we know if we can trust our gut feelings about others? First impressions are influenced by three key factors: our senses, emotions, and logical reasoning. Our senses play a significant role in forming first impressions as they provide us with information about the people around us. For example, if someone approaches us with bad breath, we may form a negative impression of them. Similarly, if we see someone with a pleasant smile, we may feel more comfortable around them. Emotions also play a vital role in shaping our first impressions. If we meet someone when we are feeling happy, we may be more likely to have a positive first impression of them. Conversely, if we are feeling negative or angry, we may interpret someone's behavior negatively, even if it is not intended that way. Finally, logical reasoning is also essential in forming first impressions. We tend to judge people based on our past experiences and knowledge. If we have had a bad experience with someone similar to the person we are meeting, we may form a negative first impression. Now that we know how first impressions are formed, let's take a closer look at the psychology behind them. Have you ever met someone and had a gut feeling that they were trustworthy or likable? This gut feeling is actually a result of the halo effect. The halo effect refers to the tendency to judge someone positively on the basis of a single positive impression. For example, if we find someone attractive, we may also assume that they are kind, intelligent, and trustworthy. On the other hand, if we find someone unattractive, we may believe that they are also stupid, dishonest, and unkind. So basically, our overall impression of someone can affect how we perceive their other traits. Another psychological phenomenon that influences first impressions is the similarity attraction effect. This refers to the tendency to be more attracted to people who are similar to us rather than different from us. We tend to feel a sense of closeness and connection with people who share similar views, values, and interests as our own. This is because they serve as a reminder of ourselves, and we feel more comfortable and secure around people who understand and share our perspective. But sometimes our first impressions can lead to prejudice and discrimination. We may make judgments about people based on stereotypes and not give them a fair chance to prove themselves. For example, if we meet someone from the Middle East and believe they are all terrorists, we may not be open to getting to know them. This is known as the outgroup homogeneity effect, which refers to the tendency to see members of groups outside our own as more similar to each other than they actually are. Despite the impact of these psychological phenomena on our first impressions, it's important to remember that they are not absolute or infallible. We should be aware of the potential biases and stereotypes that may influence our judgments and strive to form impressions based on accurate and fair assessments of others. By being mindful of these factors, we can work towards creating more meaningful and accurate first impressions and building better relationships with those around us. So do you agree with the ideas presented in this video? Let us know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.